Hello, my dear friends, my dealers and wheelers, and welcome back to the channel PlaytoEarn, where today is a good day to make some money. Today we're going to look at Dragonary. This is one of the first games, one of the early games I entered in. I was actually lucky because I actually managed to get some packs. That was a time when they were selling packs of rare dragon. That day I bought 4 packs of the rare and one of the uncommon. Yeah, Poco Como is the uncommon. It was a good move. The Dragons, they closed the sale pretty soon after that. In fact, they closed it early, and there was a big kerfuffle in the Telegram account, and it's worked well since. This is the one I mentioned to you that the servers were just totally clogged. They couldn't get the people there, and within 24 hours, 48, they just got 3 servers: one in Asia, one in America, and one in Europe. So I don't see why Plants vs Undead cannot get their act together. It's been now weeks when we have to, just sort of hit pot luck whether we can get our slot in or not. So it's a good game. It's quite complicated, and I will go through it. I think I'll have to do it in 2 parts. I don't want to extend myself more than 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to go through part of the white paper today, and just the basic mechanism of the game, which is the fights that you have to do complete every day. So this is just basically the website. So it shows some, yeah, this is how it looks inside as well. So your dragons are going to grow from the baby to the adults, which is, yeah, nice to have different an evolving game, evolving characters. And yeah, it's nicely done. You get your cards, you get your levels, you get your power, then you get your, I think it's intelligence, protection, and attack. And they're NFTs, of course. The rares are NFTs. Yeah, the diamond here tells you the rarity. I think that's a common one. The other ones I haven't seen. The blue are rare, and the greens are uncommon. So let's just go to the white paper and let's see if we don't spend too much time. But it is important. I don't usually read white papers, but this one is got a set of very strict rules. If you don't abide by them, you're actually quite stuck. So the game, welcome to the magical world of Dragonary, where you will get paid for each minute spent playing. In the end, your time is gold, and Dragonary looks forward to rewarding you just for participating in the game. That, to an extent, is true. I have been paid every day since I started. As those who follow my channel know from my Excel, this is where I keep all tabs of all the games I'm doing. And here's Dragonary. So after Drake, but it's actually the second one I joined. And here it is every night religiously. This is probably 78. It's probably some CAYTs that I had there: 18, 12, 14, 15, 11. And now it's gone up. Yeah, it stayed actually at about 30 CITs. And depending on the price, I'm getting 10 to $11 a day. I know it's not a lot, but it's very little work I'm doing here. And yeah, 10, $15, 10, $11 a day is $300 a month, which is nice. I paid overall then, as I say, for those 4 packs 260, and I've actually made up to now 205. But I'm sure in this case, my assets are worth much more because they're not selling dragons anymore. The market is actually closed to uncommon and rares, and all you can do now is start the game. You can actually, yeah, if you go to your browser, you have your MetaMask. You connect your MetaMask, and you can actually just enter the game. That, and in theory, as they say here, it is free to play. You can play, but with those dragons, obviously, you're going to get very little payment. Anyhow, let's move on. I got derailed there with other stuff. So this is all, the usual stuff. Your dragons are the maximum expression of your effort within the game, which you will be able to train, level up, evolve, and improve their lineage to obtain unique, rare, epic, legendary, and mythical. I do have a bone to pick with them about this, and I will go and I'll go through it as we get to that point. Because to actually move up from your basic dragons all the way up here, actually at the end of the day, I think they've shot themselves in the foot by putting a very big a hurdle between rare and epic. I'm rare at the moment, but to move to epic, I've studied it, and there is actually quite a big hurdle. So again, the game has two types of combat: player versus environment, and player versus player. Right now, all there is in the system is the player versus environment, which I will show you in a bit. I've actually in the middle of this, I will just go through the paper, and then I will show you a combat, so you can just get that idea. So the dragons come in 6 elements. You can read this by yourself. You know, earth and fire and plant and ice. Yeah, this is very typical of these games. The rarities. So we have 5 rarities. Yeah, common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary, and then mythical. When you open the pack, you get 3 of these. I managed to buy 3 of these and 4 of these. And now I want to jump to, and with this level of account, which you need 3 for to have the account at that level. So you have the dragons have their levels, and your account has a level dependent on your highest dragons. So my account is rare, and I get about 30 CYTs a day, which is those $10-11. And then to go up to this one, which is where I would like to be, and be getting, nearly 7 times more for exactly the same effort. I will show you how difficult they've made it, yeah, to get to here. Because, well, I'll give you some clues, although we'll go into detail. Common and uncommon, you can breed. You get one dragon and another dragon, you put them together, you get an egg, and the egg will be a dragon of the same level plus 20%. So if you do 5 of these breeds, by chances you will get one of these, because 20% times 5 will be 100%. So you move to the next level. Then you do 5 breeds of this one, in theory, with 20% each leveling up, you get to a rare, and that's fine. Then I said to myself, okay, I want to go from rare to an epic. I just want to get one, an epic account. But you cannot breed the rares. So they've actually made it that you cannot breed the rares. So to get to epic, what they have done is they do a fusion. So you put 5 rares and they fuse into an epic, which the theory is good. It means that you actually have a scarcity. Yeah, you are killing off or removing from the system 4 rares for every epic you create. So you're actually creating more valuable NFTs. But to get to this, if I get 1 epic, I still don't get an epic account. I need 3 epics to get an epic account. So I have to do that 3 times. So I have to have 5 rares for 1 epic, 5 rares for 1 epic, 5 rares for 1 epic. So I've actually used 15 rares, which are not easily to come by. So what I've realized, and sorry, this was meant to be the sort of the zenith of my description, but it's just that it's actually bugged me a lot, and I'm just coming out with it right from the beginning. Only as I see it, only the people that bought 15 packs of these have actually managed to get to epic. And there are people who bought 9,000. I mean, this is, you know, to me, these play to earn games are to make a little bit of money on the side. If we can make 1,000, 500, 2,000 a month, that's nice. I'm not really into the sort of major league of people investing $30,000, or some guy here who bought 9,000 packs of rares. I mean, it shouldn't be allowed. It should let have a maximum. But anyhow, that's another story. So they've made a hurdle between rare and epic, where you really only the people who knew how it was going to work, or just threw the money in and bought 15 rares could get 3 epics and then move on. Anyhow, that's my little bone to pick. We will move on, and then I will explain how that works in more detail. The people who are already playing in it, they probably understand what I'm talking about. The people that don't will find it a little bit hard, but it's a nice game to get into. Apart from this issue which I found. Okay, you need a team of dragons to fight, yeah, and you will need at least 3 dragons and a maximum of 5. The basic combat story mode, you will see that story mode you can just do any time. It doesn't use up any energy, so you can do that and just level up your dragons. And then the Embers mission, this one uses up energy, 10 energy points for every battle, and you get 80 energy points. I think it's every, I don't know if it's every, I have to check how it increases. I think it's every hour you get, or every hour yeah, 10 energy points for each attempt. Every day you get 8 battles. I mean, normally I get up and I've got 80 80 energies, and I can do 8 battles, but we'll find how they charge up soon here. Right, so when you do these battles, which actually use up energy, you get obsidian. So you get 200 obsidian for every battle, and then you get some sparks. The sparks are what you need later on to actually craft things and fuse eggs and make fuse dragons and make eggs. And the obsidian you need 1,000. So you need 5 battles minimum every day, so that you get your obsidian up to 1,000, and you get your reward at 00 hours UTC. It's about 2 o'clock European time. The dungeons, they're not there yet. Well, we'll see them. A team of requirements in arena mode have a team of rare dragons or higher. Okay, arena mode. We haven't done arena mode. That's why. And here comes the breeding. So each player will start with 3 common dragons. However, the goal is to advance in the game and complete missions, getting better rewards each time. So the breeding system is key to produce new and better dragons that can be used in battle in exchange in the marketplace as NFT dragons, starting from dragons with rarity, rare, and on. So the marketplace and NFTs are only rare and on. So your common dragons are really not worth much, and your uncommon ones, which is the next level, also not worth much because they cannot go on the marketplace. So what you do, you start breeding, always aiming to get to these rares. And as I said to you, you can in both cases the results will be an egg that hatches in hours. So in Dragonary, you will have 2 ways of breeding new dragons: creating eggs by joining 2 dragons, and by fusing 5 dragons. So this is the time it takes. I don't really mind, I don't care how long I have to wait. It's just whether you can do it or not. Breeding dragons, you will be able to create eggs with common and uncommon dragons. See, you cannot create eggs with rare. That's a problem to me. 2 dragons will be required to achieve this, and they must be adults, 50% of the maximum level. So you level them up by fighting till you get to at least 50%. The outcoming dragon status will remain equal to the creator's dragon's average plus 20%. That's the key. So if you do it 5 times, in theory, you will be able to get to the next level. And then this is explaining about what type of dragon you will get. I don't really want to go a lot into it. Just remember that it says there, if you use different, this is important because some people have missed it and they've really got themselves into a pickle. In case the elements of the chosen ember is different to both of the created dragons, and the element of the new dragon is the same as the chosen ember, the resulting dragon will end up with the new element different from the parents, but it will end up as a basic. So this is quite, there've been some cases in the Telegram where somebody has 2 uncommon dragons, one is air, one is wood or plant, and then they put the ember, which is like the spark that you have to use to fuse it together, and they put a spark of, say, storm or something. And if the dragon comes out as a storm, which is not either of the parents' states, then it will actually be sent back to level 30, to basic level. There was, as I say, this is not very clear. I don't even really know why they've done it, but people go around just clicking around like we do sometimes. You might get a pretty bad shock there. So if you're using 2 parents of 2 elements, air and water, whatever, make sure that the ember you use is one of those 2, not a third different one. So how do you get to rare? You got to have the 3. I'm actually the 3 parameters that it has, which is the strength, attack, and intelligence. Those 3 numbers add up to between 30 and 49 is the common one. If it goes from 50 upwards to 89, it's an uncommon. So you need to get them up to 90 to get a rare. So as I say, if you got, if the average of the parents is 60 and you breed them, 60 plus 20% will be 72. Then you breed that one again, plus 20% would be 80 something, and then on the next time you will get a 90 and you will get your rare dragon. It costs money, of course, to breed them, but I don't want to go into that because it's a lot of information. I said I might do this in 2, but I'm getting quite into it now. And this is so the 2 things that I find very important to understand is the breeding and the fusion. Fusion, to maintain a deflationary economy within the game, players have to fuse dragons of a specific rarity to get a dragon with a higher rarity. In this process, but no, this is only for the rare and above, which is what my chip with them is, that they should have really let the rares also breed to a higher one. But anyhow, you can only get epics by actually fusing rares. So you need 5 rares. In this process, the dragons used for the fusion will disappear and will not be available in the game any longer. The outcoming dragon obtained from a fusion will be superior in statistics compared to dragons utilizing the fusion. To fuse dragons, players will require 5 of the same rarity. For example, 5 rare dragons will be needed to create 1 epic. So you need 5 rare dragons to create an epic. And then even if you get 1, that doesn't make your account an epic. But we'll go into that a little bit later. The selected dragon to upgrade rarity will be the one that determines the outcoming. Okay, it's about the elements. It's not so important or critical right now. The result of the dragon. Blah, blah, blah. It's important to know that since you can't have less than 3 dragons on your team, to be able to use fusion, you need to have 8 or more dragons. Because yeah, you fuse 5, which becomes 1, and then you have to have another 2. In fact, it should be 7, shouldn't it? If you have 5, which becomes 1, and then 5, then 6 and 7. Okay, I'm not too sure about that, but you need 3 dragons left after the fusion so you can continue the game. Commissions. Disenchantment. Okay, you can actually kill the dragons basically, or euthanize them, but they call it disenchanting, which is a nice word. Disenchantment. And that you might think, why would I disenchant? Why would I euthanize a dragon? Because if you want to keep your account to a certain level and you got too many of the little dragons, they will actually bring your account down. So you have to get rid of them. It's a little bit brutal, but energy within the game. Blah blah blah. This is a lot of stuff. Islands. I don't want to really bore you. I'm sorry, but it is a complex game. The coinery. Okay, coinery. I just want to get to one last bit that I would like to explain to you. Mining. Okay, this is what you get every. Yeah, what they're doing is for the rares, 10%. So what they distribute every night, 1.5% will be distributed amongst all the common accounts, 2 amongst all the uncommon, and 10% amongst all the rares. So I'm getting 10% of the full amount of all the tokens that distribute every night, shared between all the rares, and I get about 30 CYTs. And the epics will get less. There are less epic accounts, and they get more. So I mean, they're getting about a lot more. Mining system, daily token halving. Okay, this is the other thing. In the first 90 days, we're getting a distribution of 1 million CYTs per day, but then it's going to go down to 500, then down. So I'm not sure where this game is going, because I'm happy with $10 a day, $11 a day, which is, it's nothing out of this world. But if it goes down to 5, I really will start looking at other places, because we need to make some money. And account rarity. So these are the 3 things that I wanted to talk to you about. Was the making eggs, or the pairing dragons, the fusing dragons, and the conditions for the rarity. Because this tells you how much you're going to get every night. Yeah. If your account, you have to have at least three dragons. So if you have 3 common dragons, your account is common. If you have 3 uncommon dragons and 3 common, your account will be uncommon. If you have 3 rare, so you have to have 3 of the highest 3 you have will make your account that value. Rarity must be bigger in quantity compared to a previous rarity. In case of being epic type or somehow superior, the previous rarity will be multiplied by 5 to keep the fused dragons parity. Yeah, this is a little bit complicated, but it just means that if you have 5 rares and you turn them all into an epic, you cannot suddenly lose all your rares and not have enough epics and go back down to uncommon. So they will count your epic as 5 rares, so you maintain your account as a rare. It's just a trick to not suddenly fuse your dragons and go down 2 levels. When an account holds 5 or more dragons, the NFT rarity, sword rarity, will be kept as long as the dragon quantity is 5. Okay, it's this is where it gets complicated, or this is where it gets unfair to me. See, if I were to even make the big effort to get 1 more rare dragon, which I have 4, and then those 5 rares to get an epic, just jump 1 level up, I thought, well, I'll do that, and I would have 1 epic, which is worth, my account would be epic. But no, if I have 1 epic, 3 uncommon, and 3 common, which is almost what I would have if I were to do that, in this case, the account is considered rare. So they wouldn't bump you up to epic if you only have one epic. And this is where I think the system, to me, falls down. Yeah, because they have to let people move from the rare accounts to the epics, but it's very difficult. Anyhow, that's just and then yeah, it goes on to how to get legendary and how to get it. It gets there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, we can do another video on this. But now, yeah, big, long, boring video. But you can move it forward to the fighting, which I will put in the notes. But if you want to get into it and you want to understand it, I think those three concepts are important to understand. Yeah, the rarity of your account, which is based on what you're going to get paid at the end of the day. How you can move upwards by mating dragons, but you can only do that up to uncommons. And then how to get beyond rare, which is the crux of the whole game. You have to fuse them, and that to me is important. And now I will leave you with just a battle I actually did before the video, where I show you a little bit how it happens. So the reason why I also put the battle, because it's the other crux of the whole system. Yeah, you have to get every day 1,000 obsidian, which means you have to do 5 fights to get 200 obsidians in each. So this is the theory, and now we come to practice. And after that, I will close the video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe. And when we get to 100 subscriptions and 100 comments, we will be able to do a draw and give away a character of one of the games we're playing. And for now, leave you with the fight. Ciao, ciao. And this is how you do the missions in Dragonary. So I'm actually inside my account now. I've just opened it. I've got 80 of 80 energy, so I can do, I think it's 8 missions. It's 10 each. You only need 5. I'll explain, like we've explained before. My account, as you can see, is a rare account because I have 3 rare dragons, 3 uncommon and 3 common. And these are the dragons I have. So if I put in by rarity and up, so we have the 3 rares at level 29. They're just about to become adults at 30, up to 50%, 60 is the maximum. Then I've got the 2 uncommons, 21, 21, 22. These are already adults, so I could make them. And then these are the ones that came with the game, so they're full belt, full level, which is 20. So the missions will be, well, this is how you set up your team of 5. So I've got my 3, 1, 2, and 3, the ones with the yellow, blue diamonds are my rare ones, and then I've got 2 uncommon ones, and I keep on alternating the 2 uncommon ones to bring up the levels sort of at the same time. But these ones are always fighting, so we can take these 2 levels. So this, the maximum level of the rare ones is 60. Maximum level of the uncommon ones, which are the green ones, is 40, and the maximum level of the common ones that came with the game is 20. So I've got this team set up, and then we will go through the rest. Yeah, the nest is where you put an extra egg here. So I've got a rare egg and 2 uncommon eggs. Things you got to be careful. I mean, I haven't hatched these eggs because if I hatch one of these eggs, my account would go to uncommon because it would have 4 uncommon and one rare. So you've got to be careful what you hatch. But and then the altar, this is where you would actually fuse, to go into all that detail at another time, where you actually couple two dragons to make an egg. But it's a long game, so let's just take it one thing at a time. Today we're just going to do the missions, which is what you have to do to get this obsidian. So you got to get this up to 1,000 to be able to get your payments at every night. Yeah, which depends on the level of your account. So let's do it. Let's do the fighting. So the missions are here. These are the ones that don't cost any energy, so you can do these ones continuously to just get the level up. But I'm going to go straight for the 5. I need a minimum of 5 to actually get you get 200 obsidian for each fight. So I'm going to do 5 now, get my 1,000 obsidian, and then I've done my day's task. So let's do play. I'll put it on automatic, 2 speed, and then we just go through this. Now, I will probably forward this in the video, but because it's just quite monotonous, this is all you do. So you win these 3 rounds in each fight. So you win it, you claim, then you do the second round. There's a lot of I mean, at the moment, because we're playing at the very early stage of the game, there is no technique really. You just put an automatic and just get the levels up. Yeah, I think this one's already become an adult. It must have just reached the 30 mark because it's bigger than the others. Because these are my, yeah, these are my uncommon ones. Yeah, of course, there are 2 uncommon ones are already adults, and then the 3 rare. So that's the third one. So I've won the 3, which is quite easy at this level. So you get 1 obsidian, 1 common spark, and then you can see the levels. So we do exit here, then you go to the second fight. So missions, embers, I will do the same. I just I tend to do 5 each day, and then I just get for every 5 sparks, you get 1 ember. So I'll just one way of doing it. So automatic, and go. Hi, this is me from the future. While this is playing, I'm actually playing it 6 times fast, so it'll be just a couple of minutes. But yeah, just to notice as we move through this fight, just notice the 3 dragons are going to change from the current status to adult. Yeah, they're going to go through the midpoints. Here you go, one on the left now at the back. It's just changed to an adult. She changed shape. And then the one at the front, the blue one, is also changed. And then in the next few fights, the one at the front, yeah, that's it, the 3 of them. So yeah, we've just witnessed 3 dragons becoming adults. Okay, we'll wait till the end of the fight now. Okay, so we're back. We finished I think it was how many rounds? Yeah, 5 rounds, and we have the 1,000 obsidian. This is what we're after. We have to do this every day. That was it, 5 fights, and this is a minimum to get your 1,000 obsidian. And then this is just the fighting inside the game.